This review is dedicated to the Brazilian people who showed up for my I'm Still Here review and helped me get over 1,000 subscribers. This one was suggested a lot by the people in the comments, so I knew I had to do a video on it. Hey there, cinephiles. Today I'm doing a review for Central Station. From the 90s, this was the first ever Brazilian film to be nominated at the Oscars. It was for foreign language film and for Best Actress for Fernanda Montenegro. This is directed by Walter Salles, who once again has another Oscar-nominated film with I'm Still Here. And in this, he brings such an amazing story to life. It's about the unlikely friendship between a retired teacher who now writes letters for those who can't read or write, and this boy who just recently lost his mother, and their journey together to go find his father. This road trip of a movie has some great moments in here, from its heartfelt moments to its moments of tension and drama. There's a lot to offer in this movie. There's so many aspects of this that just felt so real, from the culture to the settings to the characters to even just simple acts like writing the letters. Everything about this just felt so tangible and real. And before I continue getting into this film, I have to talk about how I was able to watch this. The only legal way I was able to watch this was by obtaining a Korean copy of the film. I had to order it online, but don't worry, it was still in its original language of Portuguese, but I was able to get English subtitles on it too. However, the subtitles were misspelled at times, and apparently it was just the bare bones translation of what was actually being said on screen. So even though there were some things that I might have missed, I don't think it truly made the film worse in any way for me. I still understood a lot of it, and I still really enjoyed it. Basically, what I'm saying is Criterion needs to get on this film because I need a better copy of this movie out there. But all right, now let me get into more positives of Central Station, and I want to start with the cinematography. It is absolutely gorgeous. Going from region to region in Brazil, there are so many landscapes and just not necessarily monuments, but these little things where the cinematographer of this just knows how to shoot it and make it look very nice. There's a realness and grit to the look of this film. It's just, again, it feels tangible. It feels like it's actually there, and it feels like the perfect setting for these characters and their journey that they're going on. There's also very much this 90s look to it, which of course it came out in the 90s, so obviously, but it's just very interesting because it did feel reminiscent of even American films from that time. I'd even say content-wise too, the actual story being told here, you don't get many of these stories anymore. The unlikely friendship between the two main characters just kind of falling into each other's lives and one of them just kind of going with it. I don't know, there is a sense of movie magic in this that, because of its sincerity and just willingness to take you along for this ride with great characters, you're just able to go with it. At least most people are, and there's just some movie magic in there. Truly, there's just really something so great about a scrappy, unlikely friendship, seeing it unfold and grow greater as the film goes on. But now that I'm talking about the relationship, I really want to get into these characters. Fernanda Montenegro was nominated for her performance in this as Dora, who is a retired teacher who now writes these letters for people who can't read or write. And the best way to talk about her character is that she's basically the Grinch / Shrek archetyped. She's all grumpy and gruff, but she does have a heart underneath it all, and it takes this kid to get it out of her. It's genuinely a beautiful arc for her, and I really enjoyed her as a character, as she is severely flawed, yet I just loved watching her on the screen and just finding out more about her. I will say though, my biggest issue does tie into her character and where it kind of all ends up. I just personally think what was unfolded during the story about her own character and about some others, and just the overall plot of the film, personally for me, it wasn't quite satisfying where it all ended up, at least in the sense of her character, but that doesn't totally negate the whole film for me. It just kind of, it leaves me feeling like this movie's lacking a little bit. But besides that, the performance here is just really, really great, and I'm so glad that she got nominated for this, and now that her daughter is also nominated for I'm Still Here. It's a really fun full circle moment. Getting into the kid now, the actor Vinicius de Oliveira as Josue. This is a good kid performance. I do really like it. I will say at the beginning I was a little worried it might be a little annoying with this kid, but no, he had acting chops, and I really appreciated his arc and his character too. There was just something that felt so pure in his acting, the innocence and the hurt. Everything just felt, again, real and tangible and just like it was actually happening. I kind of forgot I was watching a movie at times with his performance, but also his arc with his character. It was very interesting, and not that it was mature, but you can just tell that there was many layers to it, and I really appreciate that. The last major thing I wanted to touch on here was the score. It is a beautiful beautiful score. Very reminiscent of I'm Still Here, which I don't know if it's the same composer. I don't think I checked that, but at the very least, Walter Silas has a style for the type of score that he wants because it is just so wonderful to listen to. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Overall, Central Station is a beautiful movie that I think many people deserve to see. If you have a way to watch this, I highly suggest it because it is, again, a beautiful tale between an unlikely friendship, and it's just such a nice journey that I was a part of. I give Central Station a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I know that may be low for many people, and I'm sorry that it might be, but again, that ending just kind of took it down a little bit for me. On a rewatch, maybe I'll even grow to love it because I do love the characters. I just think that ending, again, it wasn't necessarily for me. But please do go check this out if you can anywhere. It's so worth watching, and once again, thank you to all the Brazilians who helped push that video and push this channel to over 1,000 subscribers. Also, shout out to my friend Kevin, who has been suggesting this movie for a while. This was a really good watch. But all right, those are my thoughts on Central Station. Be sure to let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Be sure to stay tuned for more Yeti Films content, and I'll catch you later.